So it's 6:30 in the morning, everybody's asleep, and it's time to make the bagels. First thing, gotta wake them up. All right, so while the dough wakes up for about the next half hour or so, I've got a pot of water that's starting to warm up, and I'm starting to preheat the oven to 500 degrees. So I measured out 51. A lot of it will stick to the side of the bowl. Shouldn't be a big deal anyway. Alright, then back over here, we got the doughs turned out on the counter. I actually split the total amount in half. I put the other half back in the refrigerator. And what I'm going to do next is weigh out each segment to about 140 to 145 grams. And then I'll shape the bagels according to Rose Baum's method. There. So this first one I cut actually happened to be exactly 144 grams, so perfect. Okay, so now I got these things all weighed out, and they're roughly equal size. I'm going to use the method that I learned from Patrick Ryan online to roll it up like a little dough ball like this. So it is basically just take the thing in your hand, make a claw, go around and around and around, tighter and tighter, until it comes together, a little tight ball like this. We have a nice little ball, and it's just going to sit on the counter for a few more minutes, 10 minutes or so, warm up, and start to really wake up. Okay, it's about time to get started. Okay, so now comes the sort of intimidating part of shaping the bagel. We've got the dough ball here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to poke my finger straight down in the middle, give it a little twirl to open up the hole, and then I'll start stretching. Just getting my fingers in there and then gently stretching it out. Probably a little bit more stretching than you would think, because they're going to come back together as they continue to rise, and then once they bake, you don't want it to close up entirely, so actually give it a little bit more of a stretch than you might think. There we go. There's a bagel. Just going to lay it over here on the parchment. So my dough was a little bit sticky, so I just gave a very light sprinkling of flour so it wouldn't stick to me or to the counter. Last one. Now to let them rest again and rise, then we boil. So I got them over here next to the oven where I've got the molasses and baking soda water boiling. I'm going to give them a little time to rise in the nice warm air here. I'm going to cover them with a little cooking spray covered plastic just to keep them from drying out. They go into a nice rolling boil. So they're not going to look super pretty initially. Don't worry about that too much. We're going to boil them for about 30 seconds on the side, and when they come out, they're going to be really wrinkly and ugly, but when they go in the oven, they stretch back out nicely. So as I said, they're going to be really wrinkly and ugly until they actually get baked. Next step is egg wash and toppings. Egg wash. Don't overdo this part, else the egg wash will cause the bagels to just get glued down. Time to bake. At 500 degrees for 5 minutes, then 20 minutes at 450 degrees, then 5 minutes with the oven off, then another 5 minutes with the oven open. And then let them cool, and then eat. Okay, it's moment of truth time. There they are. Delicious bagels, homemade.